Alright, anguish tenfold. Be wary of those who would do harm, yourself included. Mind that you do not become undone, for once infliction is tinged with joy, you are not but a beast, and are we not more than that? Do we not strive for better? This is an excerpt from C.C. Lagrange's translations of writings and observations from the Tangled Shore, a fallen text. It was Rexus Vaughn who saw to the final days of the House of Wolves. With cold hatred he hunted and slaughtered their servitors until none remained, and thus a rabid house did fall. But Rexus Vaughn's rage was not sated, as the wolves alone were not the architects of his fury. All fallen who clung to the ritual of house politics were his enemy, total and complete. It is told that he was starved as a young drudge. He watched in agony as others grew strong, while he and his closest brothers and sisters were kept low. They were unworthy, pathetic, unwanted, but Rexus was ever aware. He saw the lie of the Archon's worship, how servitors were revered upon a pedestal of godhood as a means to control the masses. Maybe there was a time when the fallen theology was one with greater concerns. No more. The house is fractured, at war with one another. Old graces long since neglected in favor of a more desperate purpose, survival. While cast low, Rexus found strength in his growing hatred, only when he found common disdain among those twisted outcasts who would call themselves scorned, who wore their hatred, derision as a badge of honor, did Rexus also find an outlet for his anger. His new brothers and sisters saw great value in his unchecked aggression. They were all a bit mad in their own right, all a bit twisted. But where others slipped toward insanity, Rexus' mind and intent were clear. The agony of a terrible death was his aim, the target of his wickedness. The very servitors he had been denied, the very machines that sustained the fallen. He would tear and slice and rend their metal until their hissing deaths rang across the shore, the reef, the entire system. He would make all who do not stand with the scorned barons feel the anguish he once felt unfold, and he would do so gleefully, watching the life drain from their eyes. They who draw, mustn't always draw first, for it is not speed that kills, but the eye, keen and sharp. So then, do not feel death, see it, know it, and it shall manifest upon the trigger's embrace. Excerpt from C.C. Lagrange's translations of Writings and Observations from the Tangled Shore, a fallen text. Pyrrha, the phantom, Pyrrha, the blind, the fallen baron with the all-seeing eye and the crack shot. The awoken link him to the legend, the ghost of Hellrise Canyon. Believing it was Pyrrha, and Pyrrha alone, who haunted the winding depths, picking off intruders and holding off corsair raiding parties, as his fellow barons planned their violent reign in the maze of caverns near the canyon's heart. He was unseen during the wolves' uprising, but many credit him with the assassination of the Queen's palace guard. None can verify, but each fell to a single shot, clean, precise, fatal. But how can a blind pirate, who had been discarded and scorned by his house, become the deadliest shot this side of Mars? This is where the Baron's true strength hides. They are each a devil worthy of your hate, but together they are so much more. Not simply devils, but hell itself, manifest, angry, and aggressive. Rumors and legend merge to tell of the machinist's expert hand, the rifleman's cybernetic eye, and a link between his sight and the tracking systems on his rifle. What he sees, he hits. What he hits, he kills. There is evidence of fallen giving themselves to technology, becoming other, becoming more. As they marry their physical selves to enslaved mechanics, the mercenary Taniks is one example. More machine than fallen now, an abomination in the eyes of traditional fallen belief. The splicers and their augmentation through Siva, a twisted experiment brought low by the mighty hand of the heroes of iron. Is Para any different? The barons and Tannics and the splicers are each and all individual dangers, driven by their own ambition. They are more likely to wage war with one another than see their commonality. Yet are they not of a kind? Are they not evidence of something greater, wending its way through the fallen's dying culture? Are they not the warning signs of a terrible evolution? One can only wonder and hope. These horrid amalgamations of life and technology are simply outliers and not a promise of tomorrows yet to come. So there we go. We left off with 5.